Now we are solving a problem to find the electric flux due to a charge Q which is placed at the center of the cylinder, and we have to find the flux passing through the curved surface of the cylinder. Now a cylinder has three surfaces. One is this curved surface and two flat surfaces. In this problem we have to find the electric flux only through this curved surface. Now what is flux given by? Flux is given by integral E ds cos theta. Now we will see what is E, what is ds, and what is cos theta. E is the electric field through a given point. Now we are going to assume a surface or a part of this curved surface where E is remaining constant, where at all the points E is remaining a constant. So how can I assume this surface? I am taking a part, a slice of this curved surface in this way as shown in the figure. The thickness of this surface, I call it as dx. I call this thickness as dx. Now at all the points, since all the points on this surface shown by red color are equidistant from our given charge Q, which is at the center of this cylinder. So on this slice, at each point the electric field intensity is constant, it is same. What will that be given by? We know the formula for electric field intensity. E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by square of the distance from the charge. What is the square of the distance from the charge? Each point on this slice is, the distance is root of x square plus r square. Assuming that this is at a distance x, the radius is r. So this distance is root of x square plus r square. Okay, so we get E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon the distance is root of x square plus r square and square of that. This is the formula for electric field intensity. Now what is ds? ds is the area of this slice. The thickness is dx, and so it is just like a rectangle which is folded into a circle. So this length, this total length is nothing but 2 pi r, because this radius is r. So total area is equal to 2 pi r into dx. That is what is the surface area of a curved surface of a cylinder. So dx, which is the thickness, into the circumference, that is 2 pi r. This is our ds. Now we have to find cos theta. Theta, what is theta? Theta is the angle between electric field intensity and the area vector ds. Now the area, supposing this part, the area vector is where? Perpendicular to the area is the area vector, and electric field intensity is in this direction, E is in this direction. So theta is this angle. Theta is this angle between E and ds. So I can also say that this angle is theta. If that is theta, what will be cos theta? Cos theta is given by adjacent side upon the hypotenuse. Adjacent to this theta is r, upon the hypotenuse is root of x square plus r square. So cos theta is equal to r upon root of x square plus r square. Once you get this part, you just have to do the calculations. So we get integral phi is equal to integral from minus r to r. How did I get this? In the sum, it is given that this total length is 2r. This total length is 2r. So this half length is r and this is r. So since we are assuming this Q to be at the center, so I take one side as plus r, this as plus r, and this as minus r. So from minus r to r, E ds cos theta. Because we have just now taken only a slice of this cylinder, we have to find the electric flux through this entire cylinder, not just a part of it. So we have to add all these regions. So we are integrating from minus r to r. Substitute for E, ds and cos theta. Solving this, 2 pi and 4 pi, we just get 2, q as it is, epsilon naught as it is, r square, r into r square dx, and this root and this gets x square plus r square to raised to 3 by 2. So q upon 2 epsilon naught r square is a constant. It comes out of the integral, and you inside the integral you just have dx upon x square plus r square raised to 3 by 2. Solving this is the mathematical part. Solve this, you will get x upon r square divided by this. The limits of integration are from minus r to r. So solve it this way. Substitute. In place of x, put first r and then minus r. If you solve this, you get the answer as q upon root 2 epsilon naught. So this is the answer. Now there is another way also for solving this problem. Alternate method also, we'll see how you can solve this. Now we know that the total flux through this cylinder is going to be the flux through this curved surface plus flux through this flat surface plus flux through this flat surface. Okay, now the flux through this flat surface and this flat surface, let it be phi 2 and phi 3, and the flux through this curved surface be phi 1. So I get the total flux is equal to phi 1 through the curved surface plus phi 2 plus phi 3. Now both are going to be equal since q is equidistant from both the surfaces. So I get q upon epsilon naught is equal to phi 1 plus 2 phi 2. How did I get this q upon epsilon naught? By Gauss law, we know that the total flux through, because of a charge q enclosed in any shape of a closed surface, is going to be q upon epsilon naught, whatever is the way of the closed surface. Here it is cylinder, even if it is a sphere, cube, whatever it is, q upon epsilon naught. So q upon epsilon naught is equal to phi 1 plus 2 times phi 2. Now we have to find this phi 1. We are supposed to find the flux through this curved surface. For that we will first find phi 2. Phi 2 is the flux through this flat surface. What is that? Now for that we will first see the angles. Now if I make a cone to this flat surface from this q, this radius is r, this distance is also given to be r over here and r over here, because the total distance is 2r. Assuming that q is at the center, I get this as r. If this is r and this is r, these two angles have to be equal, and this is 90. So I can say that this angle is equal to 45. Now this is just one angle. How much is the solid angle going to be? The solid angle will be 2 pi into 1 minus cos theta. This is the formula that we have already. So that is equal to 2 pi into 1 minus cos 45. Now this is the angle projected by q on this flat surface. If we just take 4 pi, that is the total angle around this q. For a solid angle of 4 pi, the flux is q upon epsilon naught, because that is the total flux. If for 4 pi the flux is q upon epsilon naught, what will be the flux for a solid angle of 2 pi into 1 minus cos 45? Let it be phi 2. So we get this angle phi 2 by doing cross multiplication. So phi 2 is equal to 2 pi into 1 upon cos 45 into q upon epsilon naught divided by 4 pi. So 2 pi upon 4 pi will give you 2. So you get phi 2 is equal to 1 minus cos 45 upon 2 into q upon epsilon naught. Now this part we substitute in this equation. So q upon epsilon naught is equal to phi 1 plus 2 phi 2. In place of phi 2, substitute this equation. So this. And if you go on solving further in this way, the steps are shown, you will get the same answer as you got with the earlier method. That is phi 1 is equal to q upon root 2 epsilon naught.